Hey planners, it's Christmas. I mean, technically it's not Christmas. It's still pretty warm outside where I am, and there's still green leaves on the trees, but it is Christmas. Well, at least it's time to start planning for Christmas, which is what I'm going to be talking about today. I have 4 free printable Christmas planners that you can use this year to get you all ready for the holiday season. I'm going to be sharing those with you today and talking about what I will be using this year for all my holiday planning needs. So with that, grab your planners and let's get planning. All right, here are the 4 free printable Christmas or holiday planners that I am going to be going over today. And I'll actually do a flip through and kind of talk about the differences and what I like about them and how I am going to use aspects of these planners. I have printed each one in an A5 size. They could easily be printed in any other size, and you can also print them to punch them and put in a ring planner or in a binder or kind of paste in or tip in to astrology or other type bullet journal. So I'm going to go through these one by one. All right, so we're starting with this Christmas planner from Good Life of a Housewife, and I will have this and all the printable Christmas planners linked in the description box below. So I'll just flip through the pages. First off, I'll say I love the snowman. I love the snowman and the snowflakes and the theme of this. This one actually begins with a little bit of information about Good Life of a Housewife and a note from Chanel, the author of this planner. And so then you get right into the planner. So here is a pre-made list of Christmas to-dos. What I love about this is it actually includes things that I would normally think about and things that I would not. So for example, booking family hair appointments. Not something you typically find on a Christmas to-do list. Making a nail appointment if you want to get your nails done. Booking groomers appointments for the pets. Decorating the house, purchasing the baking supplies, volunteering, donating to a charity, starting a family tradition. So you've got a broad range of Christmas to-dos on here that you don't normally think of. I think this is a great brain dump triggers list for your Christmas planner. The next page is a blank ideas and inspirations page. I really think this is handy and a great way to start planning for Christmas early. So I could actually start using this right now, and just as I think of things, come in here and jot them down so I don't lose track of them. You've got a very traditional to-do list, which is task, notes, and then a checkbox for when you've completed them. Here is a expense list, and some of these items are already entered in here for you. So you've got, immediate family gifts. What's the budget? What did we actually spend? Extended family and friends gifts, charitable donations, baking, decorations. And so what I like about this list is it goes beyond just gifts. So you see a lot of gift budgeting list in planners or in preparation for holidays. But this includes everything from Christmas tree to Christmas cards, entertainment, are you going to do any special activities or festivals, things like that, parties and celebrations, Christmas breakfast and dinner. So really budgeting out all aspects. And then you've also got a couple of blank lines to add in your own items. Here's a gift list recipient with check boxes so that you can actually go through. And there's things on here that may not necessarily come to mind on your own. So like hostess gifts, party favors, friends and their children. And then even some ideas, ice cream gift card, Starbucks gift card. There's a list of folks in the community that you might want to purchase gifts for. So really great all-inclusive gift list recipients. Here is a Christmas list and budget, so gifts for and the amount of money, any notes that you want to make that, has it been purchased and has it been sent or mailed or gifted. I like that you could probably make several copies of this depending on how big your Christmas list is, so you can add in more of these. stockings, stocking stuffer ideas. So you've got, you could use a box for each family member, what the total budget is and what the items are and any notes that you want to add in there. And there's actually a couple of pages for that. And then more detailed gift lists in case you want to use something more specific. So, for example, I could put my husband's name here, the budget, and then the items that I want to get for him. So I like that you have a couple of different options for how you want to make your gift list. Here are Christmas or holiday supplies. So you've got a list that's started for you: wrapping paper, money envelopes, ribbon, tape, scissors, all those things that are such a pain if you don't remember to purchase and you sit down to do a big gift wrapping session before Christmas and you're missing some of those. There's also a place to capture any crafts that you want to do and what the supplies would be. There's a menu here, so appetizer, main course, sides, desserts, drinks, and a grocery list. This would be great, and you could also make multiple copies of this if you have a couple of different meals that you're making or hosting, dinner parties that you're hosting for Christmas. There's a Black Friday list, which is fantastic, so making a plan for how you're going to take advantage of those sales. And then an online orders. I don't know about you, but I always struggle to keep up with what I have ordered, particularly from Cyber Monday. And so this is recipient, gift, online merchant, the date it's ordered, and the date it's received so that you don't lose track of any of those items. You've got a Christmas card list. You've got a baking planner, including a really great starter shopping list: nuts, spices, baking soda, baking powder, all of those things. And then you've got calendars. So there's a November and a December calendar in here. And these are really handy for, planning out exactly what's going to happen on what day. And then there's a blank calendar, which I think this is really fun because if you download this, even though it's free, and you could certainly download it, multiple years, but if you just wanted to download one copy, next year these calendars wouldn't necessarily work, but I've got the blank calendar that I can make multiple copies of. Or if I wanted to add in October or January to it, I could also do that. And then there's a template here for a weekly list. So this is really great. It's undated. I could use this in December in my bullet journal. And then there's also a daily template as well, which gives me the time blocking, my top 3 priorities, and any notes. So that is really handy as well. No dates, so I could make multiple copies of this and use this as I wanted. And then the last sheet, I think this is so fantastic. And of everything in this planner, this is the one where I am definitely going to incorporate this, either this page or make some similar page like it. But this is ideas for next year. So how many times have we gotten through the holidays and thought, next year I really want to do that differently, or next year I'd like to try this, or wow, that did not work this year. This is a great way to capture those items and make sure that you are remembering next year what you wanted to do differently. So this, to me, is a perfect Christmas planner. I have it downloaded so that and saved so that I can use it over and over again. Good Life of a Housewife, really great job on this planner. This holiday planner is from Uncluttered Simplicity, and the first thing you'll notice is that this is not holiday specific, because while Christmas is a big deal and it's the holiday I celebrate, there are many holidays at the end of the year. Different holidays by different cultures or different religions. And so I really appreciate the fact that this planner is for any holiday, and even the decor is very neutral. It's not holiday specific. So I really appreciate that. And if this is what you're looking for, if you're celebrating a different holiday or multiple holidays, this would be a great planner for you. So we start off with an October 2020, a November 2020, and a December 2020 calendar. So I really like the fact that it starts with October and goes all the way through the end of the year. I appreciate that because there are some things going on in October as far as planning for the rest of the year that I like to take advantage of. So I do like the 3 monthly calendars. I also appreciate that there's a blank calendar so that I can continue to use this year after year just by printing multiple copies of this. Up front, we have a to-do list, and we've got top priority, things I'm going to try to do, and things I'm going to do another day, which I really appreciate. This recognizes that all the things that I might want to get done, I cannot get done in one day sometimes. And so I give myself the grace to say, hey, these are things that would be awesome if I got them done, but I could also just do them another day. I appreciate the format and layout, and I think even beyond holidays, this is a great way to set up a to-do list. We have a holiday budget, so starting balance, item purchased, ending balance. So this would really be great if you have established an overall budget and you can track as you purchase items, the decrease to that total balance, so that when you get to your, all your items purchased, you know exactly what the remaining balance is and how much did you save or how much did you spend over your budget. I really like the format of that. Gift planning, so this is a great place to start putting down ideas. This is one that, again, I think you could start using in October or even year-round and keep this in your planner. Here's a card tracker. So the way I would use this, you could leave the name, the address, and if it was sent and if it was received. I could see also using this for cards that I receive. So who did I receive the cards from, to make sure that next year, if I'm getting a card from someone, I want to make sure that I'm sending a card as well. So it's a good way to keep your card list up to date. There is a list for Black Friday items as well as Cyber Monday, and I really appreciate that, particularly this year when I will probably be doing more online shopping than in-person shopping, so Cyber Monday deals are definitely worth taking advantage of. There's a holiday menu planner, so appetizers, entrees, sides, desserts and snacks and beverages, a place to put where the source of the recipe, and who's bringing it. So maybe you want to assign out some of these items to other folks and track who all's bringing what items. There is a great outline for a grocery list, and you could certainly make multiple copies of this. And then a party planner for any gatherings. This includes a guest list, the catering, activities, any decor, so this would be really handy. And then there's a spot for just overall notes, which I love the layout of this notes page. And then there's some more information about Uncluttered Simplicity and the different types of items that they offer for 2021. So overall, this is a fantastic option for holiday planning, and I really appreciate the fact that it is not holiday specific. All right, this holiday planner is from shiningmom.com. First thing I love about this planner is it actually gives you a couple of different options for covers for your planner. So you can actually pick out which cover you want for your Christmas planner. I think that is so cute. The things to do here is just a blank format for a list, and with checkboxes, so you can easily list out the things you want to get done or need to do at Christmas. This is something that you could start using early on, ahead of time, to pre-plan. The Christmas budget is very well laid out, and you could actually print multiples of this. So this year's budget, actual amount spent, items budgeted, actual difference. So this is great for really helping you stick to that budget. So this is a template for a weekly insert. What I will say is I have printed this in A5, and this just would not be usable in A5 size. I did print just this page in an 8x11 size to see, if it would be better in that size. It is obviously a little better, but these columns are still really small. So I'm not quite sure how I would incorporate this into my planner. I think the columns are just too small. I was thinking maybe like grocery list items or something just really small that you could put in there. I like the idea of having a weekly template, but I don't know how usable this one is. There is a today section, which I really like the layout of this. You've got to-dos, you've got reminders, you've got acts of kindness, which is a great prompt around the holiday season. So I think this is a great daily insert. And then you've got blank calendars for December. And so this is something you could use over and over again every year, since it doesn't actually have the dates plugged in. It is a Sunday start calendar. Here's a gift list, and so you've got name, gift idea, budget, actual, purchased, and sent. I really like gift lists that track when the item has been purchased and when it's been sent or received, just to make sure you don't end up with that one lonely present in the back of the closet that never gets gifted. I like this blank space for Christmas Day traditions, and so I could see using this to brainstorm ideas or pre-plan ahead of time and start using this in my planner today, right now, which is way ahead of Christmas, and just to capture what traditions we have and what we might want to try out new this year. There's also a very similar template for Christmas Eve traditions. And then there's a greeting card checklist, name, address, and if it has been sent. Again, this is one that you could make multiple copies of if your gift list is longer than this one page would allow. Thank you card checklist. Oh, I really appreciate this. And this is about who we need to send those thank you notes to after Christmas, particularly my kids. I try to get them to do this every year, and so this would be really handy in my bullet journal or in their bullet journal. Christmas to-dos. Now, I like the way this to-do list has been broken down. You've got things to make, things to bake, things to buy, and things to do. So I thought this was a great kind of breakdown, really sectioning out the different areas of Christmas to-dos. Here's a blank forum for listing out Christmas Day activities, so different things that we want to make sure we do on the actual day of Christmas. And then we have a Christmas checklist, and there are so many ways that this could be used. I really appreciate the blank space for brainstorming. Here's just a page that says Merry Christmas, and I think this would be a great journaling space, just kind of writing about how either I want Christmas to go or how it went afterwards. So I appreciate that page. And then this is really neat. So this is a blank monthly calendar. Doesn't even have the month listed on it, but it says daily acts of kindness. And this would be really fantastic to challenge the family as a whole with, to really spend the month of December or November or any other month focusing on acts of kindness and tracking that. And then the last page is it could be a insert, a divider, a cover page, The Weary World Rejoices. And then here's the final page that just has the signature and a link to the website. So I really appreciate this Christmas planner. There are some very interesting items in here, and I think the Shining Mom did a really great job on this. All right, this last free printable Christmas planner is from Yellow Bliss Road. And I think this planner wins the award for cutest cover. These penguins are so cute, and I love the color scheme here. So to begin with, you start out with a November calendar. It is landscape size. So if you're thinking about putting this in a ring bound journal or into your pasting it into your bullet journal or even in a binder, you have to be comfortable with the landscape side. So flipping your binder or your bullet journal to the side. It is a Sunday start, but it is blank, so you could use it over and over again, and I do appreciate that about it. There's also a December calendar here as well, blank and with a Sunday start. The next item, the next page, is a to-do list that allows you to prioritize your to-dos. It also has dates to and from, so you could print out several versions of this, several copies of this, and capture to-dos over, a week, over a whole month. Maybe it's just a day, but then you can also assign a priority and capture whether it's complete. I really like the layout of this to-do list. This is a weekly agenda, and so you've got Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So you can imagine this in your planner side by side. And you've got AM, PM for each day except Saturday and Sunday, which share a column. And then you've got a place for notes down at the bottom. So I like the lines. I like the layout here. You could definitely do like appointments or meetings as well as to-dos and then capture some notes in the day too. I think there's a lot of flexibility and functionality in this weekly layout, and the fact that it's not dated allows you to use it over and over again. There's a Black Friday shopping list, and it's listed by store, so I would actually put a single store name here and then all the items I wanted to get there. Same thing here. And then a Cyber Monday, and listed by website. And of course you could make multiple copies of these if you have more than 2 websites or stores that you want to take advantage of on Black Friday or Cyber Monday. Gift ideas are listed by person, so gift idea or what they want, the store or website where to get it, what the cost is, and if you've purchased it. I really like the layout here. This looks to me more like a brainstorming place where I could do a little bit of research and figure out where the best place to get these items are. Here's a gift giving, so the item purchased, who it's for, the budget for it, and how much I actually spent. This would be really good for tracking overall budget. And a gift planner for, and then this would be a single person. So I think this is a really unique layout. It's got a section for personal details. So what's their age, size, budget, and notes? What are their wants? What are their needs? Any other ideas, and stocking stuffers. So I could see this being really handy for your immediate family members because sometimes they need more space. And it would be really interesting. I like the idea of identifying what their wants are and what they actually need, because it's good to use Christmas to get a little bit of both for immediate family members. All right, next page is my Christmas wish list. And this is the only one of the planners that I could find, even more than just these 4, that had a page for me, for my personal items. So I have family members who ask me, so what can I get you for Christmas this year? And I never know what to say. So I typically end up saying the same things over and over again every year. I think this is a fantastic page to have, and I would consider even using this in my journal all the time. All right, budget and tracker. Now you could use this for so many things. You could use it for, a holiday party, a dinner party, a meal, an actual event, or even, purchasing items like Christmas list items. So I really like the flexibility in the budget tracker. There's a holiday shopping list that includes things like decorations, Christmas cards, gift wrapping supplies, other miscellaneous items. And then there's a menu planning. Appetizers, salads and soups, entrees, side dishes, bread, desserts, drinks, and your shopping list. There's an event planning. So this is party planning, food and drinks, decorations and supplies, themes and colors, timeline, notes, and who the guests are. Very handy for party planning. There's a specific menu for Christmas Eve, which I think is really nice to break that out, and also Christmas Day. So you could, I could see filling this out and then holding on to these so I can look back and see, what did we eat on Christmas Eve and Christmas Day over the years. There's a grocery shopping list that would certainly be handy, and you could make multiple copies of this and use it, throughout the month of December or November. Things to bake. I love this list. This is recipes, the notes, and the date that you want to bake it. Things to do. This is very handy and in general a great things to do list. It also has recipe, notes, and dates, but I think you could easily change this to be other items. Things to make. This includes a recipe, notes, and date, but I think again you could change it to something else. And then holiday traditions. There's a blank page for notes and sketches, and then even a recipe card. So I really appreciate this little format for writing down your favorite holiday recipes and being able to keep this in your planner or to cut out and store in your recipe box or your recipe binder. So I think this is really cute. This has got a lot of unique options that the other planners did not have, and again, I absolutely adore the little penguins. For the big question, which one of these am I going to be using in 2020? The answer is all of them. I'm actually going to use parts and pieces of all of these planners in my Stology bullet journal throughout this holiday season. So with the Good Life of a Housewife planner, I really, really like the ideas for next year page. I think that is super handy, so I'm definitely going to be pulling that out and pulling that in my bullet journal. In the Uncultured Simplicity planner, I really appreciate the fact that it is not holiday specific and that it has some great calendars, blank calendars. So I'm going to be pulling out parts and pieces of that. In the Shining Mom planner, it is very list focused. And so there are lots of blank lists for brainstorming and ideas. Those are going to work great in my planner throughout the season. And then the Yellow Bliss Road planner has that awesome wish list for myself, which I actually need to use to be able to tell people what I would like to have for Christmas. So there's parts and pieces of each of these that I'm going to be using. I would love to hear from you. Are you using a Christmas or holiday planner this year? Have you taken a look at any of these or used any of these before? Or is there another planner that you use? I would love to hear that in the comments down below. I hope you found this video helpful. If so, give it a thumbs up. And as always, subscribe to Plannin' Annie for more content like this. Thanks for planning with me.